Let's explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good What's up, Patrick? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Liberty Den.
Howdy. No, sorry. I don't have an Italian greeting for you. So I'm supposed to be a gangster, and I don't know. I'm coming off more as combo of Walter White and maybe like an Irish pimp.
I don't know, man. You look like you're in the Lotion Mafia.
Lotion Mafia.
There we go, man. Love it. You are clearly not at home.
No. I'm at a hotel in Houston attending a dance competition, not as a competitor, but as a spectator, plus kind of, cheering on my home team here I represent the Champions Studio. And so I'm cheering them on. They're amazing. And in November, I have committed, as has the lovely Ashley, to become competitors. So it's going to be fun.
So what does that mean? You guys just like dance and then people score you?
Yeah. We dance, but it's not that bad because you're not dancing alone most of the time. It's you and like 8 other couples. And then you'll all dance the foxtrot. You'll dance the tango. You'll dance whatever. And then there are judges in the background giving you scores. But you don't even find out the scores until like, I don't know, like next week or something like that.
Is the dance competition industry as corrupt as like everything else? Like, is it all about who you know?
I haven't even looked into it yet, but it might be for all I know.
How have you not looked into that?
Dude, I just assume that there's not that much money riding on whether or not we amateurs get a little trophy. So when there's lots of money involved, there's more corruption, and there ain't no money involved for the likes of me.
Yeah, but it's not always about money. It's about for some people, it's about the power of giving scores to certain people. You know what I mean? Like, I bet there's some snooty judges in the dancing world.
The judges are really, really cool. And they've given me, like, I did a mini match and I got scored, and I got a bunch of 5, 6s, and 7s out of 10.
Okay.
And I think that was pretty friggin' generous. I've improved some since then. We'll see what happens. I'm practicing little things like how to let my partner know that I want her to move in one direction without jostling her around and making her scared that I'm going to injure her. These are the small goals that I've set for myself. Modest goals.
And like, what's the end game? Dancing with the Stars or something?
Dude, if I could get on Dancing with the Dude, if there was some way to get on that friggin' show, I would do it. You do the math sometime on the amount of free lessons those people are getting. It's like 8 hours a day. And then if you calculate, dance lessons being so many dollars per hour, man, and they come out of Dancing with the Stars ripped to shreds, dude. If you saw Allison Hannigan at the beginning of the last season of Dancing with the Stars, I mean, she was carrying around some serious booty weight. After she was done, she had the same figure that she had back during Buffy the Vampire Slayer when she was in her early 20s. Dancing 8 hours a day will get you in shape.
Okay, well, a couple of things on that. Well, number one, I've never watched any Dancing with the Stars ever, and I'm actually proud of that fact. But I'm just familiar of what the show is, so I just wanted to clarify. Second, I think it's really funny that your motivation to be on Dancing with the Stars isn't like to be on TV or anything like that. It's you get discounted dancing lessons.
What the hell? Oh my God, what the hell happened? My browser has lost connection to my camera. I don't know what that's about.
It's all good, bro.
Oh my God.
We are supposed to be joined by other people tonight too. Zach said he might come. Chris said he might come. Who else said they might come? I sent it to JTrade and Alpha. I posted it in our main chat. I mean, who knows? It's a free-for-all. It's a crapshoot. But while you're figuring out your camera, I'm going to play our sponsor ad real quick. Sponsor of tonight's show is Pet Club 247.
There's nothing we wouldn't do for our pets. They're like our children. Our friends at Pet Club 24/7 have developed natural products that contain the most potent strain of a mushroom that's been used for thousands of years to help support the immune system. So visit their website today to discover how they're changing the way that pets and their parents are being treated for the better.
Us camera's still not working. We are gonna do your ad patch. We'll wait till you leave. I know you're not gonna be here the whole time.
Yeah, I'm still here in spirit, guys. I just don't have a screen to share with you right now.
Awesome.
What
And thank you to
absolute shit show. Sorry about that, guys.
no worries, man. Most people are here for your voice anyway. Just kidding. You look great always. Thank you to Pet Club 247 for sponsoring the show. I had a conference call today with the marketing team, and they are putting together, like, Cheryl really has been working on this project to like revamp our marketplace, and it is so badass. I cannot wait. And I think we're launching that October 1st.
What would you say the big improvements are?
Well, it's much more user friendly and it's much more vendor friendly, but like you'll be able to actually purchase the products on our website and like build your shopping cart on our website. That way you don't have to like go to each individual one to do it. So the vendors can like upload their products onto our site. It'll keep track of everything. The vendor will still like basically our site will purchase the product through the vendor. You know what I mean? But
that is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I was approached by our lovely marketing team to be one of the testers of this new product and this new stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to test.
Yeah, get on that, man. It's gonna be great. We're also dabbling around an affiliate program for you viewers. So if you get somebody to sign up, you could get some money and like some residual income. So
that's amazing too.
Yeah. So I haven't figured out the amount on that, but very excited. So October 1st-ish, we're going to be launching that. So stay tuned. We're doing our best to help everybody make a little extra spending Christmas cash. But yeah, man, as usual, I don't know what to talk about, but
well, we've got lots of stuff to talk about. For example, all of the rending of garments that has taken place over the fact that Kamala Harris didn't start cutting herself on stage during the debate. I don't know what everybody wanted, but all of the just sheer despair that came out after that debate when Kamala buried Donald Trump in hoaxes. It was hilarious how many hoaxes there were. Donald Trump won the debate on points, so to speak, if such a thing exists.
Yeah.
But the only thing people are really going to remember about this debate is the fact that the moderators shamelessly ganged up on him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There we go. Zach, what's up, man? Like that shirt.
Oh, thank you very much. I just got it today. Yeah.
Brand new. Did you wash it first?
No.
Gross.
Dude, it comes in a like hermetically sealed package.
Yeah, but you don't know who wore that shirt, who test wore it first.
No, nobody wore. No, it was like pressed. Okay, like I have to like
you don't know like chemicals they used.
All right, well, you know what? It's like I'm
you sound exactly like my wife.
The forever chemicals are already going to be in my body, so I mean, there's no way around it.
It's all good. I'm totally joking.
Dude,
like
all you gotta do is squirt some Zeolite. It washes those forever chemicals right out of your system, bro.
There you go.
Don't worry, Patrick. I've been what do they call it? Chelating? Is that what it is? Chelation. Yes, I've been going through my chelation phase, thanks to Zeolite.
Well, hey, Patrick, that's like a selling point. You can wear clothes straight out of the package with Zeolite.
Yeah, it's so funny. Zach, seriously, man.
Yeah.
When I order like a shirt or something and it comes in a plastic bag and it's new with tags.
Yep.
My wife says, we got to wash that. You don't know what's on that.
Lisa says the same thing, but like I was like, no, I want to wear this one today. I really like it. So
I'm totally joking. Like I bought my bed sheets, took them right out of the thing, put them right on the bed, and I like sleep on them every night.
Oh yeah, I mean
they're fairly recent. I haven't washed those yet. Still,
like before it goes through the wash and stuff. I mean, like generally that stuff arrives and it's like so soft. Like as soon as you wash it and it starts getting like pilly and stuff, it takes away all of the allure.
And then you have to buy a new one.
Yeah. Well, we can solve all of that if you're purchasing from mypillow.com.
Promo code Badlands.
That's true. Promo code Badlands.
That's right.
When are we going to get your shirt guys signed up as a sponsor, bro?
They don't do that, but they actually did give me a referral code. Like when you have purchased enough shirts, then they like put you into this program, and I just keep forgetting to hand it out. But yeah. So
how many shirts do you have to purchase? Is it like 1,000?
No, I don't think they've had that many, but I'm actually going to start going through and like selling on eBay the ones that I don't wear.
Dude, sell them at Gart.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Oh, wow. Then I wouldn't even have to worry about eBay or paying somebody else a commission for allowing me to sell it there.
Yeah. And then those people can like wear them without washing them. And that'd actually be gross because you wore them first.
And trust me, like I do not sweat. I mean, I sweat, but I don't stink. And nothing has like, sweat stains or like anything gross on it. The necks are all very clean. So
already selling your used shirts for the next card.
That's right. Yes. And anybody who's interested in getting some of my my older shirts, you just let me know.
Some game worn shirts from Zach.
Official Red Pill 78.
Bro, what's your size, man?
I'm a large.
Me too.
All right, Patrick. We'll make a deal after the show.
Trade jerseys after the show.
Trade for product.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
So funny. Zach, what have you been doing? You didn't do a call-in show tonight? You normally do?
Well, yeah, I did. Normally I do interviews on Friday and Saturday nights. The first half of the show is the interview. Second half is calls from the audience. But tonight my guest was Joy Pullman. She's an editor at The Federalist, and she wrote a book called False Flag. It's about the destruction of America through the implementation of gender ideology and cultural Marxism. It's a great book. I'd highly recommend it. She's not paying me to say that. It actually is like a really good book. And
she's not paying Badlands either, bro.
She's not paying Badlands either. Just kidding. But she's brilliant, and it's a subject we talk about so much, anyways. So it was a natural fit. But she's got 6 kids. She's a total trad mom and conservative author. So she had to go do some family stuff, so she couldn't do the calls.
No worries. Weren't we going to do a call-in show at one point?
We were, but you keep ducking me. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have been. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. No, but
we had a meeting scheduled like 4 times, guys, and every time I'd show up and I'm in the Zoom room alone, and it's like an hour, and I'm like, John's going to be here any minute.
Well, that's not true at all.
No, that's totally not true.
But my schedule's a little more regular now. I've been able to stream more, so we should do it.
I'm down. I think it would be fun. Cool. And we don't have to be all serious. We can, keep it light.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it. You got the commitment. We're doing it. We just gotta pick a day and time.
Sweet.
Call-in show. You gotta think of a funny name for it.
Okay. I'll do some brainstorming tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. We just had 100 episodes of both Baseless Conspiracies and Altered State.
Has it been 100 episodes?
Yes, at least 100 episodes. Well, I guess I'm not taking into account there may have been some nights where we didn't do a Baseless, or Brad and I didn't do Altered, but Brad just told me that our show from Wednesday was our 100th episode. So roughly it should have been about 100 for Baseless as well.
I think we're less than that.
Really?
But let me look.
How do you figure that out in the first place?
Well, we just counted since the beginning.
The episodes are typically numbered as well.
Yeah.
By the way, our anniversary is coming up soon.
It is.
I'm very excited about that. My God, has it really? This has been such a packed year. It blows me away that Badlands has only been around for a year.
2 years.
2 years. Patrick's he's Mandela affected right here.
I am Mandela affected completely. 2 years makes a lot more sense, actually. Yeah.
It does feel like 2 years, doesn't it?
Yeah,
maybe 2 years, October 7th or something.
Yeah, something like that.
October 7th is seriously the anniversary of friggin' Badlands.
Oh my God. Is it really? October 7th. That's the Hamas massacre date too.
That's the flying go-karts day.
That's right.
Yep.
What do they call those things? Is it paratroopers? Paraglider. God, I've always wanted
paratroopers better.
Paratroopers. I mean, those are like real military trained people who are jumping out of giant planes, but I've always wanted a paraglider. And like I had just been telling Lisa about, I think this is something I want to do. Might want to invest in it because we've got all this flat land down here in Florida. And then right after that is when that dude fell out of the sky with his GoPro.
That's right. He broke his back. He didn't die though, so I mean, you're probably fine.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to break my back either. I guess I didn't realize how often people die or get seriously injured when they're using those things. Because obviously, people are putting videos out. They're only going to show you the stuff where they're successful. It's kind of embarrassing if you fall out of the air.
I lied about our anniversary date. I'm so sorry. I forgot, guys. Like, don't be mad. I'll get you flowers, but it's October 10th, not October 7th.
Damn.
Well, we can fudge it.
That's my parents' anniversary.
Oh, wow.
You didn't say anything about it when we launched.
I know.
So we would have wished him a happy anniversary.
He totally skipped dinner that night to celebrate our first day of airing.
I can't. We got to do something special for 2 years. I cannot believe it's been 2 years. Do you want to look how? Oh my gosh! Look how ridiculous this is.
Hold on, I am missing chats. People are talking about me smoking crack and stuff. What?
Oh, hold on.
Well, everybody's just imagining what I'm doing now that I have the liberty of no webcam. And when I say I have no webcam, I literally just went on Amazon and ordered myself a new webcam because this webcam has given up the ghost. It has ceased to be.
What exactly happened, Patrick?
It turned off, and the little green light that indicates that it's on refuses to come back. And if I unplug the USB and plug it back in, the green light turns back on for about a quarter of a second and then turns back off again.
You try blowing on it?
That's what she said.
Unplug it, plug it back in. Patrick, I thought you were going to join the ranks of professional broadcasters like John and I and get yourself a camera.
No. In fact, I ordered another Logitech bullshit camera for $26.
A C50 or something like that.
I'm not sure what the name is. I don't know what you fancy people call your webcams, but whatever it is will be delivered to my home sometime between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. So
okay.
Thank God, because I can't live without a webcam.
So John, did we have a subject on that first Baseless?
I don't think so. I was just looking at what we looked like where we
I know. God, I'm so glad that this platform has evolved to allow us to not just look totally awkward on camera.
Yeah, I mean, I had the old Beats headphones, my parents' wood paneling in the background.
Yeah,
the Yeti mic and everything. You were way close up, zoomed in.
And I had
looking shirt though.
That background too. Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there.
No,
I love that one.
What was the topic on episode 1? I've got to know.
Well, let's fast forward and see.
I thought we paid someone to
what
go
America
through
was in terms of, as a leader on the global stage. I've always thought Obama was
him right now.
And I think that
there's just so much that centers around what's happening in Ukraine. And
I think this was just more like a general welcome to the first episode thing.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I guess Trump is going live right now. I didn't know.
That's
Trump's
what I
supposed to
heard.
be
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Should we tune in for any of that?
Yeah, we should check it out.
Wait, are you guys live or am I watching the old Baseless Conspiracy? Okay, we're back live. Okay.
That was the old Baseless. Yeah, that was the first episode.
I got confused. I feel like I was in Inception.
Yeah, Trump live.
Whoa.
Kamala Harris got off the plane in Pennsylvania earlier today, and the only people that were there were 2 Secret Service agents and John Fetterman and his wife.
For real? Fetterman showed up?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's listen to a little bit of this.
Okay.
Much everybody. Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, Las Vegas. I'm thrilled to be back in this incredible state with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, which is what you are.
Where's he at?
Las Vegas.
Nice.
How brilliant.
As you all
Is
saw 3 months
no
ago,
taxes
we
on
had
overtime.
a monumental
Oh.
victory.
Brilliant.
We had a beautiful victory 3 months ago. And then a couple of nights ago, we had an even better victory. We took her on, Comrade Kamala Harris. We took her on and we did really well. Every poll had us up like 90, 92, 87. We actually had one 92-6, which sounds about right because now today Rasmussen just came up and we were 6 points up. So that's pretty good.
How? Explain that math. 92-6.
Well, there's a couple of other stragglers, like independent candidates and undecided as well.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the debate.
And to quite
think
simply make
Oh.
America.
Sorry, what?
Well, even if it was the debate, there certainly is going to be a couple of people who haven't figured out that they need to make a decision yet.
Oh, I thought he was like referencing who won the debate.
Yeah,
92-6.
I mean, he that could be it, but I think he's also kind of throwing in generally how he's doing across the country.
You also said the no tax and overtime thing is
Yeah.
brilliant. I freaking love that. And
Absolutely.
just want to say one thing: Badlands will not pay overtime to anybody. So
I was going to say, yeah, it's awesome for everybody but us.
yeah, I know.
Hey.
I wish.
Can we
put
just
way more
can we
on
just sit here and realize, look, the no tax on tips thing,
it. Dude, that's 8-track.
it's impossible.
Wait, 8-track say it is?
What?
Mark!
It's 8-track.
I'm going to
Bullshit.
text him. I'm going to text him.
Where? Oh my God. Yep, that's him. 8-track, looking good, bro.
Hold on, I
All
gotta.
that, man.
Why is he not wearing his Badlands shirt, man? If I'd
Why?
have known.
How do you get yourself into that shot? And what? Oh my God.
Is he wearing his Not a Fed shirt?
Nope.
No.
I just asked him, where's your Badlands shirt?
I wish I were wearing my almost certainly a Fed shirt, which I wear in like public, and people friggin' love it.
If he gets my text, I'm going to be so stoked to see him look
We
at
get to
it.
see- dude, we get to see in real time what kind of attention he pays to his phone during events. I'm gonna text him too. I'm texting him
I'm
right
tagging
now.
him on Twitter.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Who the hell spotted Zach? You spotted that?
No, John did.
John, once again, your powers of observation are superior to my own.
Okay, so for anybody who's confused, we're talking about our friend Mark, 8-track. He's in the third row. He's got America, Make America Great Again hat, and he's a white guy. And he's between a guy with a red hat and a white hat with the sunglasses on the front.
My cursor is circling him.
Yeah, that's 8-track right there.
Dude,
He comes to like most of our conferences. He
think
usually
he's
is the
been
one
to
that
all of
shows up after
He
like
was-
the second panel on.
he was at
Fabulous.
Threadfest too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
devotee. He's a
was
great
at,
guy.
He was at Ty and JC's wedding. This is a OG
One of
Badlands.
us.
Yes, one of us. He's got great hair too. I don't know why he'd cover it up with that MAGA hat.
I think if you're going to be behind Trump, they make you wear some sort of Trump gear.
They do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When rallies I went to, they definitely gave us hats and stuff.
And I literally traded him a free Badlands shirt for the Not a Fed shirt. He just
he
checked
was
his
looking.
phone.
He's looking at his phone.
He just checks his phone.
Yes.
Wave.
Okay, we got him.
Oh,
Or no, or he was doing a thumbs down on something Trump was saying.
I think that he was talking about what Trump was saying, but I just told him explicitly to wave to us.
I literally gave him a Badlands shirt, and he's not wearing. I'm so mad right now.
And
But
now
I'm so happy for him.
we're shilling for Birch Gold against our will.
That's why 53 days
Wait,
from now, we're going to
So I
tell
turned it down a bit.
Harris that we've
He's
had
looking at his phone
enough. Our
again.
country
Yeah.
can't take it
He's looking at his phone
anymore.
again. He's waving at us. Hell yeah.
He said he's
I'm
waving.
Nobody can see me.
Get out.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. We are influencing the background of a Trump rally.
Get the hell out of here.
It's a
Okay, what
hell
can
of
we
a
have him do
psyop.
next? Can we tell him to take his
She'd
shirt
be
off or
there
something?
anyway. She got no votes.
I doubt he's gonna want to do that.
She's a threat to democracy, right? That's what they say. They
Thumbs up,
always say
Badlands. He
Donald
mouthed
Trump,
it.
you know, it's a
That was
soundbite
cool.
for them. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy.
What a friggin'
No,
hoot.
she's a threat. Think of it.
I
Joe
am
Biden
so glad
had 14
I
million
randomly
votes. She had
jumped
none.
on the Liberty
She
Dam
was the
today.
first one that failed. Out of all the candidates, I think they had 22.
Staring at him.
She didn't even make it to Iowa the first stop.
I
Didn't
wonder
even
what-
make it during.
what he's thinking.
yeah,
That's so funny.
during The nominating
He
process.
said,
she
"Miss you,
didn't make
dude."
it to Iowa. She had no votes and she got
Shaking
it.
his
but we're
head.
running
Oh,
against
man,
her.
that's
I think
too good.
Based on what I'm seeing in the polls,
I can turn this up,
she
by the
could
way,
be
too, if you guys
just
want to
as
actually
easy as him.
listen.
He was
Okay,
down
yeah,
so
let's hear what
much.
Trump's saying, of course.
He was down 21 points. And they went to him and they said, "Get out of here, Sleepy Joe. You're going to lose." "I'm not going to get out. I won't." He held on for about a day.
I'm saying give us
Did you
an
see
air
the hat,
8.
though, the other day, right?
Tell him to do a
He walked
handstand.
into a great
This is the guy who
beautiful
owned
area in
the
Pennsylvania.
karaoke stage at
I
Deadwood.
was there.
He was like on
because
there more
that's
than anybody.
where one of the planes
Watch,
came down.
he's gonna
you
do
know,
it.
that was
What's he gonna do?
incredible.
An
The
Air
reverence
8.
we had for that area. Horrible. The bravery of those people on that plane, but the fire station, which was so brave also, and they did a fantastic job.
I can't wait for
the place was
like
stacked with
random
every
people
family
on
member.
Twitter to be like,
And
"Did
Joe
you
was
see
first
doing
and
the
nobody understand. You could hear him up.
rally?"
Oh.
And then one of the firemen said, "Put the hat on. Put it on." And I thought he was a little bit rough, Cash.
Cash
I
is
thought he
there.
was a little bit
Yeah.
rough, actually. You know, we're talking to the president of the United States, right? But this fireman, rough guy, obviously a Trump fan. So they throw him, "Make America Great." Look at him. Look at all of them. "Oh, I love your hat. Stand up. Stand up." Look at no,
I hope he talks
stand
about
up
the
right
Joe
there.
Biden
Turn
wearing the
around,
Trump
show
hat.
the cameras.
That's what he's doing right now.
Oh, okay.
I love that. I love that hat. You're going to have to give me that hat later. I'm going to have to make it, okay? Would you do that? You're so cute. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. That could be the end of my political career. We're not allowed to say that anymore.
You should text him and
That's
tell
a
him to start
great
picking
hat.
his nose.
But they looked at Joe. They said, "Put on
I
the
bet he'd
hat."
do it too. The guy
No,
is
no, I
like,
can't do that. It wouldn't look
he's
good.
fearless.
You know, it says Trump on it. No, it doesn't say that. It says "Make America."
I'll take a
Great Again."
picture of us watching
And then the
him.
guy goes, "Put it on."
Tell him to pick
Put
his
it
nose
on.
and pretend to eat it.
Now, okay. And he puts it on, and the rest is history. It was so bad, right? The rest is history. Sleepy Joe. What's better, Sleepy Joe or Crooked Joe? Okay, ready? A free poll. You know, it's Friday night. We have a lot of time, right? Do you think later on should I do the snake or not?
Yes.
People love the snake. It's so appropriate.
Oh,
Okay, you ready?
somebody in the
Quick
chat had a
poll.
great idea.
Ready?
Have him bring
I'll
up
go
the
Sleepy
Liberty
Joe,
down on
and
his
then I'll
phone
go
and like show it,
Crooked Joe. Ready?
or like the Badlands
Who
logo or
likes
something.
Sleepy
Send him the
Joe?
Badlands logo.
Who likes Crooked Joe?
He likes Our Boy Blue.
All right, thank you. I just saved $200,000 with these phony pollsters. They don't even go out and check. They just give you a number. Sir, that'll cost $250,000 to interview 200.
I said that a long time ago.
Oh, thank you. You just did it for nothing.
Yeah, Chris,
And
like
they
this,
don't
we know
interview the
Rasmussen,
200, but they
and we're
just put
like,
down a number. Let's
Chris,
see,
like,
Trump
we should
is
do a poll.
at
We should sponsor a
15
poll, and
to
it's like $6,000.
47.
We're like, never mind.
Wow.
But we keep talking about doing it.
That was something.
I mean, we've got a large enough
2
audience.
hours later, I walked into the same firehouse. The place
No, but I'm
was
saying like
Everybody
a
watching
Rasmussen
today
published
donated $1. We could go do a Rasmussen poll.
the most preposterous part of Kamala. And how do you like the name Comrade Kamala Harris.
Yes.
You know why? It indicates that she is a communist, comrade.
Yes,
So
you
she
cracked
is-
that code,
You know
sir.
that she's further left than crazy Bernie Sanders.
In case you didn't
He's
know.
crazy, that guy. He's almost as crazy as Nancy Pelosi. She's nuts. The most preposterous part of Kamala's debate performance was when she tried to gaslight the public into believing she never supported the radical left policies that she has championed for her entire career. Do you mind if we roll a tape, please? Let's roll a tape. Go ahead.
Gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I support buybacks.
How mandatory is your gun buyback program?
It's mandatory.
I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
I absolutely support, and over the last 4 years as Vice President, private healthcare options.
You support the Medicare for All bill, I think initially
Correct.
co-sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders. You're also a co-sponsor
Yes.
onto, I believe it will totally eliminate private insurance. So for people out there who like their insurance, they don't get to keep it?
Well, listen, the idea is that everyone gets access to medical care. And you don't have to go through the process of going through an insurance company, having them give you approval, going through the paperwork, all of the delay that may require. Who of us has not had that situation where you got to wait for approval and the doctor says, well, I don't know if your insurance company is going to cover this? Let's eliminate all of that. Let's move on.
Everything is a lie, including the fact that she never worked at McDonald's. She lied about that, too. I told that to one of the fake news people 2 days ago. I was doing a news conference and the fake news was there. I said, you people all said she worked beautifully at McDonald's. It turned out it was a lie. Will you admit it? Will you admit it? I said.
He's looking
And
at
they
his
said,
phone.
oh, yeah, well, they never did.
I'm going to send
They
him a
don't want to.
Badlands
They're
logo.
protecting her.
Yeah, and then
I
you
don't
got to
know
tell him
why.
to pick
I
his
mean, she
nose
wants
and
open
eat it. It'd be so
borders.
funny.
She wants Pennsylvania, zero. You know what's going to happen? They'll never be fracking in Pennsylvania. They're going to take away your guns. You saw that. They're going to take away your guns. She's going to take away your guns. Would anybody like to give up their gun?
Oh, he just said, look
Would
now.
anybody like to voluntarily, with great liberal fanfare, say, I'd like to
Oh, he's
give
got the
up my
Badlands
weapon
logo.
so that
Oh,
I can
yes,
be
yes,
shot in my house. But she's clearly not well.
Oh
Take
my
a look
God,
at
the
these
madman
videos. Look at
did
this
it.
real fast.
Oh, I love him.
What a savage.
It's amazing.
Turn that off. Okay. we gotta
Guys,
get
it's
to
a
some
joke.
business. We got to get to some business.
People don't
Okay.
like the
Thank you
pick a
all.
nose and eat a thing.
Thank you, 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 please, thank you, please, thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, let's get to business. Let's get to business.
This is the most she's talked the entire campaign.
She said thank you 38 times. And at the end, it was thank you, thank you, thank you. I said, what the hell's, what's wrong with her? I say thank you, and you wait a couple of seconds. You say thank you again. You say, come on, let's get going. Thank you one more time. She's 38 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's something wrong with her, okay? Or she would say, she's weird. She's weird. You know, that was another soundbite they made up about JD and myself. No, we're solid people. We're very solid. We're very solid people. We're not weird. They're weird. How about the vice president?
Showing up his logo
How
now.
about the vice president? Now he's weird. Despite all of these flagrant lies and the many other hoaxes she spread, the fake news moderators did not check her out. They didn't check what Comrade Kamala Harris, they didn't. Do you see the lies that she was making up? Project 2025, I've said 100 times, I know nothing about it. I had nothing to do. She goes out with a commercial. I support this. I support that. I support 25. All lies. And lies that she knows are lies that have been debunked, as they say in the crazy news organization. Hey, that's a lot of press we have back there. That's a lot of fake news. That's a lot of fake news. Meanwhile, every time they interfered to fact check me, it turned out that they were wrong and Trump was right. For example, a big one, I said that crime was up massively. I didn't want to go into the details. What's the purpose? Crime was up massively. And David Muir, you know, he's another one that doesn't have a clue, you know? And his hair was much better 5 years ago, I can tell you. But David Muir barged in to claim that, sir, crime was down. And he said, quote, President Trump, as you know, the FBI, says overall violent crime is coming down in this country. Now, you don't have to see the stat. You see what the hell is happening with crime? Who would say it was down, even if, without looking? So he reprimanded me for saying the crime was up. And you know, somebody in our government at a very high level likes me. And they released the real numbers. It said, yet in breaking news, just yesterday night, the premier statistical agency at the Department of Justice, the Bureau of Justice Statistics, released brand new data showing that since Kamala Harris took office, violent crime nationwide is up 40%, rape is up 42%, car theft is up 42%, robberies are up 67%, aggravated assaults are up much more than 55%, and violent crime with a weapon is up 56%. Violent attacks on strangers, I never heard of that one, is up 61+%. So David Muir owes me an apology. Do you agree? She lies about everything, just like she lied about jobs. They said they had 818,000 jobs, and it was a fraud. They didn't. They just wanted to pad the numbers before the election. Unfortunately, we had a leaker or a whistleblower. I don't care which. I love that
somebody
person.
told him
I'm
to
not
stop.
sure who it is.
He just like gave a weird look.
And that person said that it was a total fraud. They wanted to announce the correction. They were going to do a correction right after the election. They were going to do it on the 10th of November. They just wanted to get by the election. So they fraudulently added 818,000 jobs. Isn't that unbelievable? And they announced, and yesterday they announced, yes, it was a slip up, 818,000. Because their job numbers were looking like, you know, where the hell did all those jobs come from? You know where they came from? Somebody's sick brain, that's where they came from. Under Kamala Harris and the communist left, our country is under invasion. We are under invasion just like it was an army, except in many ways it's more difficult because they don't wear a uniform. You don't know who the hell to go after. Millions and
What if he gets
millions
kicked
of
out for like
illegal aliens are coming in from
doing
all
this shit?
over
Oh,
the
God, I
world,
hope
from
not.
prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and many terrorists at numbers that we've never seen before. Terrorists are coming into our country. If you look at 2019, and I disagree with this really, even though it's good for me, they said in the year 2019, not one terrorist, there's an official definition of that, but you don't want to hear it. Not one terrorist came in, that was my year, 2019, one of my years. Not
What is
one
that he's holding up
terrorist
now?
came into a country. Now I sort of
Another
can't
logo.
believe
I
that,
can't
but-
tell what it is.
But it was pretty close.
I think I said everybody that sees you is going to have a
And
request.
now we have thousands and thousands and thousands of terrorists coming into our country. They're coming in like from parts unknown.
You're at the parade.
This will not end
Yeah.
well unless Donald J. Trump is elected the 47th president of the United States. Right? Not going to end well. Right? Because I am your border president. From now on, I want to be your border president. You know,
I will
did
say
a
that
great
we were
job in
special because we were
2016 on the
first.
border,
That's right.
and we solved the problem very, very quickly. A beautiful job. And in 2020, when I got millions of more votes than I did in 2016, by the way, we did much better in 2020. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But my people would say, sir, they don't want to hear about the border. I said, I want to talk about it. I did a great job. They don't care. You've solved the border. It was solved. It was beautiful. The difference is that this border crisis is 20 times worse than it was in 2016. But I'll get it solved. I'll get it solved fast, and we'll get back to making our country strong again. And I only want to be addressed no longer as Mr. President, Mr. Border President, sir. Because we got to get this border fixed. We got people coming in that have never even dreamed about being in this country. And they're coming in totally unchecked. Nobody has any idea where the hell they come from. Kamala would be the president of invasion, and I will be the president of making this country stronger, better, more beautiful, bigger, more powerful, wealthier, safer than ever before. I will protect our country. She will surrender our country. She has already let in 21 million people. And if she gets 4 more years in America, our country will be obliterated. The 21 million people will be hundreds of millions of people will come in from all over the world, which is where they're coming from now. You'll have 150 million more people. You won't have a country anymore. You're pretty close to not having one. You better hope I get elected. You better go out. You'll have a country back soon.
Oh, we have special
You'll
coverage
have
of
your
this
country back soon.
press conference going right now.
Not
Oh, we
only
do?
is Harris. You ever notice when
Yeah.
you say Harris, nobody knows who that is? No,
I
nobody
just
has any
realized.
idea. Harris. Hey, where's Harris? They
Oh, no,
know
that was
Kamala.
his earlier one.
They know
Oh, okay.
Kambabla.
Kambabla.
That was the nickname I used for a while.
Never mind.
But I don't use it anymore because everyone thought I was just mispronouncing her name. I wasn't. Kambabla.
What is that?
No, comrade is the best because it says she's a Marxist, communist, fascist person, she's a fascist. Who the hell ever thought would be voting for a communist for president? She is. Look at her record. Do you know that she wanted to have transgender surgery on illegal aliens that came into our country that were in jail? Can you believe it? She wanted. Did anyone know that? I would say that's quite a liberal thing to do, don't you think? Where the hell did she come from? Honestly, I am not a big fan of Crooked Joe, but he would have been better than her. He really would have been. They didn't want her. She was the last one on the list. You know, they had 22 people they were looking at. And the people voted. She was the last one on the list, and I'm running against her. It should be a good thing. Look, based on, that's sort of like a poll. It should be a good thing. But it's so unfair to our country. And it's unfair to Crooked Joe, you know? I feel badly. Does anybody feel badly for Joe? No? He was the worst president in the history of our country. She is the worst vice president in the history of our country. And the only good thing, he's an old man now. and I'm sure he's watching right now. But Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter, his administration looks totally brilliant by comparison. So he no longer has to go down as the worst president because this group, you know, I used to say it a lot, but if you took the 10 worst presidents or administrations, but 10 worst presidents in the history of our country and added them up, they would not have done the damage that this one presidency has done to our country. What's happened to our country, we're a laughing stock all over the world. You think President Xi is enjoying it? But he won't be enjoying it for long. Not only is Kamala allowing millions of illegal aliens to stampede across our border, but she is flying them in from other countries. You know, when she said a couple of months ago, they put on some extra little brakes to make their numbers look a little bit better.
Zach, I'll be right back.
Okay.
But they forgot to tell you that they're flying in hundreds of thousands of people right over the border. And I was with the Art Del Cudo. I was with the people from Border Patrol today, and they said, no, those numbers don't register. In other words, they don't count when they fly them in. They're flying them in beautiful jet planes. They're flying them to Idaho potatoes. I don't think they want them. They're flying them to Iowa. They're flying them all over. You know, now we have only border states, okay? Who would believe this? They're saying, no, we want to stop them. But they're flying them in by the tens of thousands. On big, beautiful jet airplanes, they're flying them in. These people are sick, and they're destroying our country. You got to get out and vote, and make sure they're not cheating. Make sure your vote counts. Over the past 3.5 years, Harris and Biden have resettled 500,000 illegal migrants from Haiti, including over 200,000 that she has flown into the United States by very beautiful airplanes. I'd like to have one so nice. And deposited them into American communities all over the country. Meanwhile, the Wall Street Journal reported yesterday, quote, a Venezuelan gang is expanding its deadly reach into the United States. They've become real estate developers like I used to be. They're taking over apartment houses in Colorado. The story begins, U.S. law enforcement officials have watched with alarm the spread of Venezuela gangs known as dismembering rivals. They're dismembering rivals from Chile and from Colombia. They're dismembering. You know what that means? Cutting them up. They're cutting them up. How the hell did we allow this to happen to our country? Likewise, the New York Times, or as I call it, the failing New York Times. It's a failing paper. The Washington Post is a failing paper. Will you fail already? Just get out. They're such phonies. If the New York Times writes a story about you, just go the opposite. If you go the exact opposite, it'll be very accurate. The failing New York Times today reports this vicious Venezuela prison gang is, quote, it sneaked into the United States among the millions of migrants who have crossed the border and is peddling drugs, guns, and women across the 50 states from urban centers like New York and Chicago to Florida beaches and once tranquil middle America. In Colorado, the gang even got a green light to shoot the cops. They were given an okay to shoot the cops. How about that? I just met a lot of great policemen backstage and police women backstage. That's not acceptable. But they were given an okay. When I return to the White House, I will launch a special task force of elite federal law enforcement and charge them with crushing and eliminating every foreign gang and organized crime network that is conquering our country. They're conquering our country. We will deploy ICE, DHS, and other federal officials to go in and liberate Aurora. Can you believe I'm saying this? Can you believe I have to say this? We are going to liberate parts of our country. Let's go back another 300 years. We are going to liberate our country. Did you ever think I would be standing here? It's a hell of a way to get elected. The only good thing about what they're doing is it's great for the guy that happens to be running against these idiots, okay? It's the only thing. That's the only benefit.
Who's crossing
That's
his
the
eyes?
only
Who's
benefit
crossing
I
his
can
eyes?
see is running against them is a very good thing. But last week, a high school girl in Virginia was walking to the bus stop when an illegal alien from Kamala Harris caught and released into the United States and let go by her, drove up behind her pretending to be a police officer. He said, I'm a police officer. He wasn't. The predator got out, grabbed her, and forced her into his car. She had to escape by throwing herself out of a moving vehicle, believing she would be raped or murdered. She was very badly hurt. Also this month, an illegal alien who entered our country through Kamala's phone app. Could you believe? We have phone apps. You know where they go to? The cartels. The cartels have apps where they call in so they know where to deposit their illegal people and they're making billions. They'll be in the Forbes 400 along with your friend, me. I'll say, I don't believe it. This guy, he doesn't speak English. He can't read or write. And he's worth $10 billion. That tells you something, doesn't it? If they put all of these people into the Forbes 400, used to be a big list. I don't know if it's a big list. I think Forbes is failing pretty badly now. I haven't heard about it in a long time, but they occupy a large section of the list. But they have an app where they call so they know where they can illegally drop these people. An illegal alien who entered our country
Has he
through
talked about the
Kamala's
cats yet?
phone app
Did I miss
was
that?
No.
doing things that nobody believed. He was arrested for the murder of a 25-year-old woman in Tennessee, and in August, an illegal alien from Honduras, beautiful place, who was previously deported under the Trump administration, was arrested for stabbing a young, beautiful 14-year-old girl with a butcher knife. As she watched her brother's baseball game, he was just doing a horrible thing. Who would like to hear the snake? Because I have nothing but time tonight. Got a lot of time. They love the snake. You know
Bring me
why?
the snake.
Pulls it out of his coat.
Something that's highly accurate. It was a song many years ago, and we reworked it a little bit, and it became something that people like. But it's very accurate in terms of what it represents for this country, and very sad too, I will tell you. So let's go. You ready? On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried. I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, cried the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hugged and kissed him brightly. The work that night had gone. She found the pretty snake she had taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, cried that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she sighed. But if I hadn't taken you in by now, you truly would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying, thank you, man, the snake gave her a vicious bite.
Did you hear Tim Walz call Kamala a young
Take me in, O
prostitute?
tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, but why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Shut up, silly woman, sighed the reptile with a grin. You know damn well I was a snake before you took me in. And that's the end of the story.
He is on fire tonight.
Yes, he is.
And I had to do that sucker by memory because there's no light up here. As much light, I'm dark. It's like dark. I had two problems. It's dark, and the print on that thing is so light you couldn't read it. So I did the best I could, but not bad, right? I couldn't see, Michael, I couldn't see a frickin' word. I said, I have an idea. Let's do this snake. And then I take it out. I say, oh, my God, that's a very light print. Oh, my God, there's no light. Between the light and the print, I'm saying, what the hell am I doing this for? But it wasn't bad, and you get the point. When I'm a president and when I become your president, we're going to all work together. We're going to make it happen. We will get the illegal alien murderers, rapists, and child predators the hell out of our country. And we will not ever, ever, ever let them back in. So Nevada, get out and vote. We win this state, we're going to win the whole thing. We win this, we're going to win the whole thing. If we win this state, we win everything. And the people of Nevada also need to get out and vote for some really great people. And you have to vote against a really terrible, radical left senator named Jackie Rosen. She does a terrible job. We have running a man of the border, and I'm going to introduce you to him, but Jackie Rosen has voted with crooked Joe Biden nearly 100% of the time. She voted for every single inflation-causing spending bill, and she also voted for Joe Biden's open borders bill to set a minimum of 2 million illegal aliens per year. So can you imagine? They said this was a good bill, and that doesn't include the fly-ins, and it doesn't include all of the other people that get in. They come in through places that we wouldn't even believe. They go through Snake Mountain. Running against Wacky Jackie is an American hero named Sam Brown. Sam Brown.
Wacky Jackie. Love
Sam Brown. His wife is fantastic, also Amy. But Sam Brown has given up more than anybody who has ever run for the United States Senate. Remember that. He's given up more. He's given up more than anybody who's ever run for the United States Senate. He's a hero, too, a hero, a real brave person. Sam is a fearless patriot and Purple Heart recipient who served our country as a U.S. Army captain, totally respected in Afghanistan, where he was very severely wounded. But Sam survived. He persevered. He came back. He's stronger than ever. He's a great guy. I've gotten to know him well. He's a great guy. And I said to him tonight, Sam, I'm going to be the border president. You should be the border senator. And he said, I am. I actually am, because he believes us. And he is the border. Think of him when you vote. He's going to close up the border. She wants to leave your border open. He became a small businessman and a leader here in Nevada. And now he is going to fight for this state like nobody has ever fought before. Sam Brown will vote to secure our border, stop inflation, strengthen our military, defend religious liberty, and cut taxes like you have never heard.
He did,
Sam
yeah.
Brown thinks of one thing and one thing alone. It's called America First. That's what he wants, and he told me that. And he's an incredible guy. And I want you to remember this, because look, I'll be back few more times before the day, 53 days now. But I want you to remember this with Sam. He truly has. He's given up so much. Nobody's given up like he's given up so much.
He just did another one.
He wants to do this because he loves our country. He fought for our country.
All
Nobody's given up
nonchalant, like he's
given
talking
up
to his
so
buddy.
much. And Sam, I'd love to have you come up and say a few words, please. Sam Brown.
Nevada, we need the border president back. Because not only has Kamala Harris, as the borders are, failed America, but Jackie Rosen has failed America. She sits on the Homeland Security Committee. I know a little something about leadership. And leadership requires us to do the harder right rather than the easier wrong. And when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have asked Jackie Rosen to be quiet and to vote and support their policies against the better judgment and what is good for this country and this state, she has been a follower and not a leader. And I will be that leader. I tell you, I want to speak to you for a moment as a father. Amy and I have 3 children, school-age children. The crisis on the border. There has been over 320,000 unaccompanied children who have come into our country that this administration has lost accountability of. And the military, when you lose accountability, you are fired. We must, for the sake of these children. We must, for the sake of our communities. We must, for the sovereignty of this nation, secure our border, confront the cartel, and make America great again. Now, with respect, President Trump, 16 years ago, an enemy tried to take my life. Sir, I know what a warrior is. I know what it looks like when someone comes under fire and defiantly stands up in the face of that enemy and says, it is time to fight. Fight, fight. I will fight for this country, both as a father and as a warrior. And I have seen a warrior's spirit in you that I have only ever seen on the battlefield. And I know that you have had the responsibility President Trump, you have had the sacred responsibility and honor of giving the highest awards our nation can give to people. And I just want to, as a token of appreciation from me, as someone who has been wounded for this country,
supposed to give him a Purple Heart,
just like you,
his Purple Heart,
to give you the
he
thing
has a
that
Purple
I
Heart.
can only offer out of my own heart and love for this country, appreciation and admiration for your leadership. My story that I hope inspires many to be a warrior like you. And here it is, a live day.
So are you saying Sam Brown gave Trump his Purple Heart?
that's what I thought he was about to do.
Oh, okay.
Instead, he gave him a book and plugged it.
Nevada,
Available on
I've
Amazon.
got you. We will be victorious in November, and President Trump will be the border president.
Hey guys, I know he has a Purple Heart. I'm saying he was setting that up. I thought he was going to give him, give Trump his
That would
Purple Heart.
It would make sense. It totally would have made sense.
Yeah, that was perfect for it. But instead, I mean, it's just a book. I mean, good marketing,
Well,
good
he's
business.
only got one, John. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: you give to Trump symbolically. Trump's
Yeah.
gonna give it back.
No, that would have been sweet.
But the book's cool too. I'm sure it's a good read. Probably not as good a read as
That was great. I tell you, you got to vote for
City
him.
Zoo.
You got to vote for him.
Yeah, that's me. TV/City Zoo. There's a book plug.
What he's been through, and he wants to put his life on the line again, and he wants to do it for you, and he's going to do it. And he's your border senator. He's going to be great. And she's the exact opposite. She's your open border. And you don't want open borders. You've had millions of people come in right here. They're coming in here more than any place else now because Texas has closed it up pretty well, but they've done nothing here. You got to get it. You got to get them in. I also want to thank you, Governor Joe Lombardo has been fantastic to us. He's been great.
Terrific investigator.
And he's right now out in the wildfires in western Nevada, which are really taking a toll. But Joe's been great, and our prayers go out to every Nevada family, that every one of them that's been forced to evacuate due to these raging fires. They're raging, and we love you all. And Governor, we thank you very much. He's done a fantastic job. And another man who's doing a fantastic job, Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony. Stavros, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Stavros. Thank you. Good man. Candidate for
Who's
the
that
4th
big-ass
Congressional
military guy there?
District, John Lee.
Really?
John?
Oh man, he
John
must
Lee.
be a
Good job. I
bodyguard or
heard you're
something.
doing well.
Maybe from BlackRock or
Get out
yeah,
and
not
vote.
BlackRock.
I heard you're doing really
Blackwater.
good. Candidate
Oh, yeah.
for the 3rd Congressional District, Drew Johnson.
Looks like he's got a piece on him,
Good, good.
something on his
Great
back.
honor to endorse you guys. I
He's
endorse
built like a shit brick house.
Nevada
sure is.
GOP chairman, somebody that works like
Brick
hell.
shit
He
house.
wants this so
Shit
badly.
brick
He's
house,
never wanted
bro.
anything so badly, other than his family, of course. Michael.
I always say that
Great
the
job.
opposite way. See if anybody
Gonna win it,
notices.
Michael?
Okay.
Gonna win it? I think so. We do have a good lead, but we got to be careful because remember, they cheat like hell. It's the only thing they're good at. A man who's a friend of mine who writes the nicest things about me, and really a celebrity and just a great guy, Wayne Allen Root. Good man. A good man. And a brilliant young man who has always been with me no matter what. The good times, the bad times. You see him on television a lot. He's always talking
Cash
about
Patel.
the border. It's a passion because he knows our
Patel?
country is being destroyed. Stephen Miller. He's here someplace. He's a great guy. Knows more about illegal immigration, I think, than anybody in history. He knows it and he gets it. A man who's also been with me just about from the beginning. He's tough, he's smart, he loves our country, and he is a warrior. Kash Patel.
There we go.
Thank you, Kash.
Hey, Cash.
And Rick Harrison. Where's Rick? Rick Harrison. Rick. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. We have another person here. I said, you have to get up there because he's, you know, I love warriors, and this guy is really a warrior. Do not fight him under any circumstances. He won the Olympic gold medal, and he's the UFC and was the UFC champion numerous times, actually. And I wonder if I could take him. I'm a little larger than him. I wonder if I could take him in a fight. What do you think? You with the big hat. Could I take him in a fight? Henry, you know who I'm talking about? Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo. Come here. Come here. Henry Cejudo. Now, who thinks I can take Henry in a fight? I've got a little height on him, but he's got everything else. Come here. We love you, man. This guy is a winner. Here, say something.
Yeah, well, Mr. President, I'm just honored, and I think I would have just bent the knee. I would never fight you for what you do for our country and the fact that you were willing to risk your life, which you have no reason to do this, but you're doing this for the people. It means a lot. As I told you before, President, I love this. I love this country so much, Mr. President, that I named my daughter America. And I appreciate what you've done, and I appreciate what you're doing, and you know, let's continue to keep making America great again.
Who is this guy? He's a fighter?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's got good hair, too. Look at that hair. Got no hair problem, right, Henry? None. Yeah, he's a great guy. Gold medal winner. Latin music superstar, Nikki Jam. Do you know Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? Thank you, Nikki. Great to be having you here.
I love it.
Now you have to get. Oh, look. Come here. Come here. I'm glad he came up.
Who's this?
It's an honor to me to meet you, Mr. President. People that come from where I come from, they don't meet the president. So I'm lucky. I'm gonna say this, but we need you. We need you back.
Who's
right?
this guy?
I don't know, but he's got some nice teeth for being from the hood.
And apart from that, I gotta say this in Spanish. Han pasado 4 años y no ha pasado nada. Necesitamos a Trump. Let's make America great again.
Tell us who he is, POTUS.
And you know, we have all different kinds of stars than we did 10 years ago and 20 years ago. It used to be a little simpler. Now it's a whole different world, but the numbers they get are incredible. Bryce Hall is here, one of the biggest. Bryce, where's Bryce?
Bryce
Hall. Where are you, Bryce? Stand up, Bryce.
Who's Bryce
Come on
Hall?
up here, Bryce. Get up here. Come on.
Yeah,
What the hell?
TikToker?
We have to have Bryce.
Is he really?
You know, he does an interview with people. Come on up if you want, Bryce. Come on. What the hell? We have a lot of time, right? Come on, Bryce.
He's going for the
Look how young he is,
influencers.
how handsome he is. Come on up, Bryce. This guy has 44 million people watching him. And he's great. He's a great guy.
We need Trump back. Really bad. Make America great again.
And you know, a while ago, a couple of years ago, a legend named Dana White called me. He said, would you do me a big favor? Would you do an interview with some guys, young guys? Who are they? He said, the Nelk Boys. The Nelk Boys. And I said, who the hell are they? I don't know. And I agreed to do it. And they were great. And the interview was aired. And we had like 200 million people. I said, who the hell are these guys? And now everybody knows who they are. The Nelk Boys, where are you guys? Where are you? You here someplace? Thank you, fellas. You want to come up? If you want, come up. Come up. Come on, get up here. Get up here. And while they're coming up, I want to introduce somebody that's been incredible. She was a very popular politician. Now she's a very popular, period. She was the Democrat presidential candidate. She knocked the hell out of somebody
Tulsi?
named Comrade. You know that. Tulsi Gabbard is here, and her husband is here, Abraham. Thank you, Tulsi. Thank you very much, Tulsi.
We need Trump back, and we need him back bad. One more thing I know that's passionate about Governor Tim Walz. He put a 95% tax on Zyn. We got to get that removed, President Trump.
Trump 2024. That's it. Let's fucking go.
There we go.
Oh my God.
These are young guys, but they have plenty of cash. I can tell you that.
Sometimes you
And they're
need
great
foul
people.
language to tell a great
So,
story.
Comrade Kamala Harris is the most radical liberal nominee ever to seek the Oval Office. And, you know, it's just pointed out, and the real number is 325,000 migrant children are lost. They're being raped or they're being killed. A lot of them are no longer with us. They lost it during the last 3 years. 325,000 children, young children, think of it, never to see their parents again. They're either gone or they're in the service as slaves, sex slaves or slaves. And I just think it's terrible. You know, they talk about us like we're evil people. They lost 325,000 young kids. Think of what that means. Think of what that means. As Vice President Harris cast the tie-breaking votes that caused the worst inflation in American history, costing us and the typical family The typical family, $28,000. Think of that, $28,000. With me, it was the opposite, the exact opposite. Days ago, it was announced that we lost 438,000 full-time jobs in August. That's a record. We lost almost 500,000 jobs in August. You know, they like to go around saying how well they're doing. They're doing terribly. Inflation makes everything bad anyway. They're the highest ever. We lost 24,000 manufacturing jobs and nearly 6,000 auto manufacturing jobs. And I'll tell you what, the United Auto Workers, those guys are going to vote for me. Those guys and gals, they're going to vote for me. They're going to vote for me because the auto industry is moving to Mexico. It's moving to China, and it's moving to other parts of the world, but not the United States. China's building 2 massive auto plants in Mexico now, and they think they're going to build cars and put them into our country. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They've got authorization from Biden. You know why? Because they gave him a lot of cash. That's why. And nobody talks about it. Last month alone, American-born workers lost 1.3 million jobs as migrants gained 635,000 jobs in a single month. You know, the jobs, almost every single job was taken by a migrant worker. And black workers are losing their jobs to these people that are pouring into our country, and Hispanics are losing their jobs. And next will be unions. Unions are going to be losing all of their power, all of their clout. But the black worker and the black family, they're losing their jobs. Hispanics are losing their jobs to people that pour into our country illegally. Now Kamala is pushing the largest individual and small business tax increase in American history. And she said that a 70 to 80% tax rate is something that's very, very doable. It's a bold idea, she said, and it must be discussed. Now, she changed that a little bit, but with a politician, they always go back to their original thought. Harris and Biden waged war on American energy, opened up the Russian pipeline, Nord Stream 2, that I had closed, but shut down the Keystone XL pipeline that I had opened. She re-entered the horribly unfair to the United States, U.S. Paris Climate Accord. I wanted to be the Nevada Climate Accord, not the Paris. It's the most unfair document you've ever seen. And she has always said, I will ban fracking. And she has always said, I will defund the police. Anybody, you know, she was the head of the defund the police movement. Anybody that was with that scam for even a week is not fit to serve as the president of the United States.
Amen.
As California Attorney General, she redefined child sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, and rape of an unconscious person. These are categories, all categories, horrible categories, but she redefined them as, in all cases, non-violent crimes. Kamala supports states being able to take minor children and perform sex change operations on them without their parents' consent. Did you know that? Did you know that? Now she'll say, oh, no, I never said that, but we can put up the tapes anytime you want. I don't even want to show, they're so disgusting, I don't want to show them. Despite the false fact check by the fake moderators, those guys at ABC Fake News, in the debate this week, her running mate, Tampon Tim, who put tampons in young boys' bathrooms. He even signed a law that allows abortion in the 9th month. He says abortion in the 9th month and babies to be executed after birth. And that's right. And it's happened numerous times in his states and other states too. There are radical left states that allow that. Nobody wants to talk about it, but they allow that. Execution after birth. But from the moment we take back the White House from Comrade Kamala Harris, I believe we are going to have the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. Starting on day one, I will seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. We will carry out the largest deportation operation of criminals in American history. We will defeat inflation quickly, and we will make America affordable again. We're getting your prices way down. We will make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. You know, I already had it above Russia and Saudi Arabia. Then we had a terrible result in a horrible election, an election where I got, remember, more votes than any sitting president ever by far, by millions. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any country in the world. Think of it. We are standing on more liquid gold under our feet than any country in the world, and we're going to use it. In 12 months, I will cut your energy costs in half, and that includes heating, air conditioning, electricity, and gasoline for your car. Right? As part of our efforts to increase housing affordability, I will work with your governor to open up new tracts of federal land for large-scale housing construction, and you'll get it for a much lower price. More than 80% of all land in Nevada is owned by the federal government. Governor Lombardo has sent 3 letters to the Biden-Harris administration asking them to open up some of this land to help alleviate the crisis, but Kamala and Crooked Joe did not even have the decency to reply to those requests. Under the Trump administration, the pleas of Nevada will be ignored no longer. We're going to open it up. We'll start with a small portion. You'll get it going, and then we're going to open up large portions of land. We will create special new zones with ultra-low taxes and ultra-low regulations to allow the development of really extraordinary new housing at a proper price, while also bringing jobs and industries to Nevada, like the movie industry, the technology industry, and the massive manufacturing plants from foreign nations will be coming into your state, and that means jobs. And if I pull this off with the help of your governor, a lot of Hollywood will be moving from California, because right now you don't have the land because you don't have the land. It's owned by the federal government. We're going to open up that land to you. You'll be able to build studio lots and everything else. Millions and millions of Americans will be able to take part in building these clean, safe, and beautiful new communities, reviving the frontier spirit and the American dream, something you don't hear much about anymore. It's going to be done right here in Nevada. Next, I will turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower more than it has ever been before. We're going to bring back the car industry, too. We're going to bring back the car industry. And we're not going to let China and Mexico sell cars into the United States that are going to just take back our jobs. They're going to have to pay 100%, maybe a 200% tariff, because we don't want those cars. We want to make our own cars in our country. We'll do it better than them. Other countries that make us pay a tax to do business with them will be charged the same tax when they send their product into the United States. It will be called the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act. In other words, if China or any other country charges us a 100, 200, or 300% tax, which they actually charge, then we will charge them a 100, 200, or 300% tax in return. Right now, we charge them nothing. My message is simple. Make your product here in America and only in America. That's what we wanted. My plan is that if you open your factory in Nevada, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, or anywhere else in the United States, you don't pay a tariff. You don't have to pay anything. All you have to do is pay the workers, and the workers are going to be you. But if you move your production outside of the United States and send it back here, you will have to pay a massive tariff, and we don't even want your product, even if you pay it.
Get on with you.
We are going to very quickly supercharge our country. And when I'm back in that beautiful White House, we will pass larger tax cuts for workers. And we have a special tax that here is going to do, I think, quite well. It's called no tax on tips. No tax on tips. No tax on tips. Did you see when I announced that a long time ago, all of a sudden she announced it and she was met with rebuke. And you know, they can't do it anyway because they have so much legislation in that makes sure that you pay your tax on tips. And it didn't go over too well, but we are going to do it. We'll get it done fast. You know, they said they were going to cut the school lending when you borrow money to go to school. They were going to cut it. They were going to cut it down to nothing. Guess what? A big thud. Never happened. It never happened. You know why? Because they're all talk and no action. And you saw that the other night at the debate. She was all talk. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to cut tax. And then I'm going to give you $25,000 for a house. And then I'm going to go, you know, over and over. And I said very simply at the end of my last little statement, why haven't you done it? You've been there for 3.5 years. Why haven't you done it? Right, Michael? Why haven't you done it, Michael? Right, Michael? Why haven't they done it? I said, we will leave this debate stage, which is just a waste of time anyway. I will go with you to Washington, and you can announce the closure of the border. You know, she doesn't need a bill. I didn't have a bill. I said, we're closing the border. We closed the border. And we had the greatest chart of all time. You want to put up that chart if you can find it, the border chart, my all-time favorite in the history of charts. Yeah, I love that chart. I'm going to sleep with that chart. That chart saved my life. Can you believe it?
Oh, God.
Just like that. I said, put up the chart. I went like that to look at it. Ping. That chart, think of it. Illegal immigration saved my life. See that?
Have you ever heard the Bing Bong song, John?
That is the most beautiful document I've ever seen.
You're muted.
But you
The
see
Bing
the arrow
Bong
on the
song?
bottom?
Trump Bing
That's
Bong.
when I
I'll
left
pull it up.
office.
We'll watch it before
That's
we leave
the
tonight.
lowest point in the history of our country for illegal immigrants to come in, but also drugs
That
and
one?
everything else that was
No.
coming in bad. That point is the lowest. And then as soon as they took over, look, it became a rocket ship. Look at that. Like a rocket ship. And our country was destroyed. We had it under control. That's the lowest point in the history. That was done by Border Patrol, that chart. But regardless of the numbers, I love that chart. I'm sorry. Additionally, I will fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, no cuts. And we will have no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors. No tax on Social Security. And then we wheeled out a great one. And I actually think this is going to be fantastic for the country as well as the worker, because a lot of people are going to be working overtime. And just yesterday I announced that there will be no taxes on overtime.
Yeah.
No taxes on overtime. We will terminate the Green New Scam. I call it the Green New Scam, Green New Deal, Green New Scam. It's the greatest scam. You know what they were going to spend? $97 trillion. Where are they going to get that money? That's more money than every country in the world has. It's a scam. They were going to spend $97 trillion. And you know, the time is coming up. Remember, they said we only have 12 years to live because the environment is going to kill us, right? That time is very close. Somehow I'm not worried. I am worried about nuclear because, to be honest with you, we have incompetent people dealing on it. You're going to end up in World War III. You're going to have a nuclear holocaust if we're not careful. These people have no idea. Our people have no idea what they're doing. And I will keep you out of World War III. I'm the only one that's going to be able to do it. But we're going to spend all of that Green New Scam money on roads and bridges and real infrastructure. and paying down debt. We're going to pay down debt. And you know, we're going to have growth like this country has never seen before. We're going to get that debt way down. We're going to get your interest rates way down so you can buy the house. You can have the American dream. I had interest rates at 2%, and now they're 10%, and you can't get the money. You can't pay the money anyway, too expensive, but you can't get the money. We're not going to have fake infrastructure that's caused massive inflation. You know, the Inflation Reduction Act, which is a fake deal, they actually said about 6 months ago, they never expected it to do anything for inflation. It was a scam to get more money for the environment. So listen to this, very important, I think. You haven't heard the word environment in 7 months. You know why? It doesn't play. It doesn't play. We want clean air. We want crystal clear water, beautiful water, and we want an unbelievable country, and we want an economy that's better than it's ever been before. The environment isn't playing. They don't mention it anymore. You know, with all the money they spent, wasted on all this nonsense that they did, the apartment, your windows have to be smaller, preferably don't have any windows at all. They showed me a building, an ideal building. I said, what is that? Is it a bunker? No, this is a building. It's a modern building. It had no windows. Let's try selling one of those apartments. You have not small windows. You had no windows because it's good. The sunlight doesn't go through. Okay. Look, she's laughing. That's crazy, isn't it? I don't know if you're laughing or crying. I'm sort of crying about it. It's crazy. These people are crazy. We want a new building, and they want to knock down all those beautiful buildings in Manhattan and rebuild them with no windows. We don't want one building in Manhattan. I will end the chaos in the Middle East, and I will settle the war in Ukraine as
Post them in the private chat
as
deck.
president-elect. And remember this, a vote for Comrade Kamala Harris is a vote for war with Russia. Would anybody like to be in war with Russia? If necessary, we would. We're not, you know, but preferably not.
All right, guys. I mean, this ending part here is pretty much the same as always. So I think we're going to start going through the rants here, and then we'll get out of here. So if you guys...
Good idea.
Appreciate you sticking with us through that. It kind of turned into just a watch party, but I did tell Patrick I would play one of his ads.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then we'll get to the rants.
Well, you're glowing, first of all, and it's great. And I love
it's
it.
Rainfall by epicminerals.net. If you want this glow, get this product. Rainfall by epicminerals.net.
Zeolite while you're at it.
Absolutely.
Promo code Badlands.
Like
using
Patrick.
Zeolite. It's great. It's fantastic.
Skin will glow like Patrick's Liberace shirt.
Every time you use promo code Badlands with either one of these products, money is directly deposited in a Badlands account going directly to Badlands creators.
It was absolute and complete justice. It was victory. It was victory.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's so good. Green Star. I gotta message him back. Anyway, some rants here, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Mark Bodiford, Bodiford. There is a Cam of the War Games documentary on Pirate Bay. I watched it already. Holy shit! I got to do that.
Wait, Pirate Bay is still a thing?
I guess. But I've been wanting to see that documentary. It's
What
the war
is
game
it?
thing where they war game January 6th happening again, and they got like a whole bunch of like liberals and think tanks and stuff.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that in a few power hours. Like the story came out about it like almost a year ago now.
Hmm.
Been waiting for it to come
Oh
out.
wait, okay. Maybe I do remember that. I thought.
I'll send you the trailer for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Mateo127 says, John, Zach, can you two get down on a Chester, Chris, and Avicii conspiracy episode? Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's definitely one that is on the list, but I'll just push it to the top because I got to figure something out for Monday.
Yeah, let's do it. I used to like Avicii. That used to be my workout music. But, then he says, if you've already done this, then I will sit down and shut up. Patrick, Flat Earth, it's a thing. Sammy the Squirrel, glad to have been with you all since the beginning. Thanks, Sammy. We're glad to have you with us as well. Keith O'Higgins, the call-in show would be called Getting Dialed In, brought to you by Patriot Phones. I like it. And then Keith O'Higgins again, why are the people holding Asian Americans for Trump signs squinting? You motherfucker. Camel Hat Guy says Air Q. RSCRIV says Air 8. Baytheater Dave for the Badlands Poll Jar. Pass it around. KL Mickelson for the cause. Man, we got $2. So, well, and then another one. No RVIED says for the poll. So it's $4. So we're $5,996 away from our goal. Poll. So thanks, everybody. Faith and Freedom. John 316. Let's get it trending on social media. Gamble 808. I don't agree with cats, but I will fight for their existence. That's kind of how I feel about it. Fatman 79. Do you think the Haiti Clinton disclosure exposure op will pop off before or after the November elections for general admission peeps? I'd say after.
Yeah, that's my best guess. Yeah.
Keith O'Higgins, would a Kamala airline be called Wheels Up on Heels Up? You are on one right now. Naz fan, wouldn't it be badass if Creepy Joe showed up in the background wearing his new Trump hat? I would laugh so hard. I would soil myself. Love you guys. Thanks for getting me through some dark times.
I saw a meme that somebody made on X earlier, which was like Joe dancing with that Trump hat on, with Trump on stage. It was like he had actually showed up. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Pilot Bryce, I was 4 rows up from being on camera at the AZ RFK rally wearing my Badlands polo.
Sweet.
And re-elect that motherfucker hat side by Ted Nugent. All stream cameras were just too low. That's awesome. Yeah, we gotta. I said in the chat if we can get somebody in Badlands logo behind the screen, we'll give them like free merch or something.
Sweet.
Excuse me. Then Pilot Brace again was on stadium camera plenty though, and have some screenshots where I spotted myself from afterwards. Couldn't make out the Badlands logo on the corner of my chest though. Well, thanks for trying, brother.
Let me just suggest, if you guys wear Badlands merch, just make sure you're wearing like a giant logo, or like write the Badlands logo on the other side of your Trump sign and just flip it around.
Yeah, we'll do something fun for you if we get it. Mateo 127, John Zach, you two humans got me into Badlands. Respect the hell out of you both. We'll follow, contribute, and awaken others with you till I am done in this battle for truth. Badlandia, baby. Thank you, Mateo.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Keith Higgins, that Sam Brown looks like a Bernie fan.
Ooh, that's low, Keith. God, he's an American hero.
Oh man. 1027 JS says TGIF. Thank you, Joe. Nice to see ya. Star Riders, lower crime rate would be true when U.S. citizens fear leaving their homes and pets, since illegal immigrants or legal migrants have protected status and can't be counted. Too bad the same doesn't apply to voting, right?
Oh, do they really not count crimes against migrants?
I'm sure they do. The latest report came out and proved the mainstream media wrong on that, I think.
Oh, no, definitely. I saw that. But I guess I just assumed that crime was crime, regardless of somebody's nationality. But I suppose if there's something that they're going to cover up, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah. Keith O'Higgins, Lombardo is still part of the Vegas shooter cover-up. Hopefully that PSYOP is revealed under a Trump DOJ. Agree with that one.
Yeah.
Fatman79, a Badlands chart waifu pillow hoodie needed now.
Do you know what that is, John? A waifu pillow?
I don't know waifu, but the chart I'm assuming he's talking about.
So anime fans have these anime girl body pillows, and if they're total incels, then they call them their girlfriends, basically. Those people generally are pretty disturbed, though. So I hope that you don't own a waifu pillow, buddy.
No, I don't. And
no, not you, him.
Oh. Mateo 127 says God is great, beer is good, in Colorado pets lives matter. I agree with that too. Gamble 808, John and Zach, appreciate you guys. Hardest working guys I know. If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your lives. Thanks,
I think
Gamble.
you said hardliest.
Hardliest working guys. There you go. I read it the right way though. Yeah. I read what he meant.
It's true.
Well, thanks, Gamble. Nice to see you again, buddy. Buck Wayne, final one here. Harris crowds often arrive thirsty from licking their bus windows. Thanks for the show. That was good. That was good.
I love it.
Awesome. Thanks, Zach, for hanging out tonight.
Sure.
Thanks you all for tuning in as well. I know we didn't talk much, but it was still kind of fun to watch Trump. He was on one tonight, and that's always awesome.
Yes, he was. Good times. Great to see you, John. Great to see everybody in the chat. And talk to you, mate. Talk to you
later.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Vagina.